All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Winter Classic 2. We got our second best of 3 of the night, and boy, is this going to be an interesting one. We got Tectonic up against Nexus. Again, the lounge odds, I think, are probably fairly on point. If you guys were hearing us talk about this before, I think it was 90-10 last I checked. Let me just throw a refresh in there. Now it's okay, 14% to 86%, so a little bit more for the Nexus side than I had originally saw. But yeah, I think Tectonic probably going to take this in 2-0 fashion, but we'll see how it goes.
And Nexus, this is, I believe, their first official match together as a 5. If you don't know David, he co-founded what became RGN alongside me, and dude's not a competitive player, so this is going to be fun. Odorous picks up the first one onto Imsta, though. And this man's pretty deadly. He's receiving a lot of hype, but Zek right back at him. So 1 for 1 thus far in mid-control for Tectonic.
So 4 on 4. Zek going to be moving up into B. Gola going to be there and actually finds the headshot. Swift one as well. So 3 on 4. And now where are they going to work out of? Drone is inside of ladder room. Steno with the bomb is heading up connector. And they do have a player in Palace. So going to try and make it work here on A.
Still one from Ticket. Gola hanging on to that jungle area. Bomb collected. And Gola getting another one. Nexus doing a fantastic job so far, but it's all up to, what is that name?
RD start? I honestly have no idea. I avoided saying it just to see if you would say it. Because we're wonderful buddies in that regard, but, well, Red Start is what I'm going to attempt to call him for the remainder of this pistol round to, like, come up with a better idea. He's got 2 on 1. And he's got David down to 11 hit points. Gets hit from behind. That's Seraphic. If you can find Seraphic, though, 1v1 versus David, it's fairly doable, but he won't find it. Seraphic ends the round, and that'll be a CT side pistol for Nexus.
Nicely done, Gola, specifically. Hanging onto that jungle area, gets the first one, denies the trade, as well as dropping the bomb. And Odorous picking up the first frag in Underpass. Really, kind of limiting, stifling Tectonic's opener. And it's always nice to throw a wrench in there, not giving the T's a chance to execute fully. And now comes the Stampede, Chad.
Yep, here we go. Tech-9 train. Destination, the B-bomb site. We got Gola playing at Arches. Aladdin is looking to go for the jumper here. And if they can isolate him at Van, that might be what they're looking for. Here we go. Smoke's raining in. Aladdin just letting her rip with Zempi 7. And he does decent damage to Steno. Gola taking down 2. And now this is looking bleak for Tectonic. They've got not a lot of space to work with, quite literally. As it's now... I haven't thought of a better name for him. So Red Start it is. 1 hit point. And that's going to be it.
It was a really hard situation for Tectonic as they try to come out of apartments. They threw their smoke, and there's a smoke behind them that one of the CTs threw. In the middle of that was fire, so they come out of the smoke burning, and they can't even press forward. Just great nades by Nexus over towards the B side. And now the full save, despite Drone and a Red Start, which is by far the best name ever.
It is Red Start, by the way. I checked his profile, and he's spelt it differently previously. He's just thrown us a Red Start is apparently his alias.
I'm not sure I've heard of this guy. Oh, get to see him firsthand today. Tectonic trying to go with an interesting bomb sneak. So they fake like they're going A, then they're going to have their 6-man go make some noise over towards the B side, but then comes the QB sneak. Brilliant from Steno.
Yeah, there's Steno, but David's going to be playing in CT. Going to chime in, takes down the bomb planter, and now it's going to be Zek remaining. So we'll keep 4 alive here. David finds something very funny. And 3-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is so funny, but 3-0 for Nexus, and now comes the next test. Odorous has the mid spawn. You can get there very quickly. No, nobody from Tectonic has the AWP, so I don't think they're going to go for the quick mid pick. Tons of smokes in the hands of Tectonic. We did see one thrown early. Not sure where that one went. It could have been just a decoy. Yeah, it looked like it was a decoy. But mid-control, being attempted from Tectonic. We have one from Catwalk and 2 near Connector, not peeking mid. So I think we're going to see an engagement at mid, and the CTs will try to collapse.
So we've got Imsta and Underpass. Steno slowly lurking on up here, and this is something that if you've ever seen Steno play, or teams that he's played on, usually the caller, my understanding, and loves the slow plays. So I imagine we're going to see quite a bit of that. Zek takes down Aladdin, so early pick. Seraphic is getting aggressive into a ramp. That's going to give him quite a bit of information on what's going on here.
What a weird round here. They have Odorous pushed up B. Now he's falling back into the site. Seraphic pushing into the spawn of the T. Zek gets picked off by Odorous, trying to make his way up Catwalk. But if you're Nexus here, you know Tectonic is mid, but you can't really judge where they're going to go from mid.
That's the worrisome part. Seraphic finally turns around, and he does have a flank being worked on Red Start. It all comes down to the timing here. Red Start spots out David in spawn, immediately drops him as he was attempting to hop up onto phone booth, but the flank's going to come in. Again, Seraphic currently with a nade out. We'll swap over. Red Start, his first victim, goes down. Steno directly underneath, but it's actually going to be Gola onto Imsta. Odorous to follow it up onto Steno, and the 2 casualties on the round. Nice work from Nexus. Quite a bit of aggressive play, and it works out well for him.
This is Tectonic's map choice, am I right?
Indeed it is.
So,
pick this map.
You know, I'm bagging on David a bunch, but I would love to see this upset right now. I'm trying to be completely unbiased as I am a backup for the Nexus side. But yeah, I'd love to see an upset. I think that would shock a lot of people. A freshly formed main team beating Tectonic, which features some pretty big names in the CS community, especially from the 1.6 side of things before Go came around. So this would be a big upset and a massive statement for Nexus's first match.
Yeah, so Seraphic priming, flashbang towards Palace. That'll at least delay Red Start as we've got an A ramp push coming on out. Drone onto David. First frag, not a lot of damage dealt either. Pre-fire onto Seraphic from Drone. Was hoping that went a little bit better. O'Dara's peeking through that smoke, grabs 1 frag and gets to safety, but Zek's gonna push him down, and 3 on 2. That worked out well.
He did not fear the op at all, and who would expect Zek to make that play? Pushing up in, potentially giving away the advantage, but it's that mystery that makes it so successful, or the brazen aspect of it. 2 on 3, Gola and Aladdin, trying to spam through the smoke, but instead it's Gola who gets spammed. Aladdin will find a retribution nade, but still, 1 position unknown.
Start from Palace, peeking out and giving him a target, but only just kind of the shimmy, not too much of a target to actually take the duel. And Aladdin will tap it. Same stuff from a ramp. It's a lot of damage onto Aladdin, and we will see Tectonic pick up their first round, and pretty much just a dry A-take. Drone finding the entry onto David as it came up a ramp, and then they were able to take down the player in sandwich, finishing, and Zek again pushing that smoke towards stairs. Definitely a highlight play in the round.
With the bomb.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even recognize. He had the bomb as well. That is even more ballsy. So yeah, definitely a huge move there. And well, luckily for them, it worked out.
I have to imagine he forgot that he had the bomb, or
I would like to think so.
That's crazy. Because if you lose the bomb there, pretty much that's a round loss. If the other team plays it right, the bomb would have been down in front of Connector with an op watching it, with the rotates coming through. But it works out. So can't fault his decision at all. It's kind of one of the plays where you're a fool if it doesn't work, and you're a genius if it does.
Yep, exactly as looks like the unpause coming in. And we can see CT's able to buy, but we got a couple FAMAS making it onto the field. Odaris does have an AWP, so good. And on the T side, we've got a little bit to play with here. Got a Galil on Zek, but otherwise AKs across the board. Yeah, sorry, just a little bit of hiccups. I apologize. But 4-1. Tectonic going to send a lot of players towards A ramp early here. Red Start seems to be their dedicated Palace player, heading up there pretty much every round. And they do have a little bit of presence towards middle. That's Imsta.
I think we're going to see Tectonic go towards A lot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
as David works his way up under the balcony. Nexus getting heavy aggressive over towards B apartments, but they need to flank and quickly. Now the execute is on. Seraphic onto Steno. Thrown David, traded off. It's going back and forth at the A bomb site, but eventually Nexus will settle on the player lead. And the rotates. Tectonic are going to have to get confused in a second here. Where is everybody?
Yeah, they're going to take down Gola. Now, the confusion you were highlighting. One player flanking from Palace, one from a ramp. One of them now obviously spotted out. Imsta worried, and rightfully so, that there would be someone else on the opposite side of the map. Not on his side, the T side. But indeed, that is the case. One in Palace, one in a ramp. Aladdin taking a lot of... Imsta just, I don't know, butterfingers. Drops his gun for a second. Just got it back, though. It's good. Didn't lose any bullets. And now it's up to Orderis to hit the shot. He whiffs. And now the opportunity for Imsta, as he can collect the bomb, and we'll see what he can do with it here.
He's still worried about up top, though. Worried about Palace. Imsta doesn't realize they're both there together. He's going to go for the frag onto the Palace player. Once he realizes that's clean, probably going to go for the plant. Imsta deciding what to do, weighing out his options, trying to calculate the best route, planting, not default. This may surprise Nexus. He's going to go out for the peak. Odorous needs to trade off immediately. If Aladdin goes down, this is bad for Odorous. He needs to hit the shot. He switches up to the Galil, and Nexus win a critical round. Bomb plant for Tectonic, but still, that was a critical pickup.
Yeah, massive situation. And that jump peak in that 1v1, from the perspective of the T, pretty safe, to be fair. He was thinking Oderis was coming at him with an op, and again, dropping that swiftly and picking up a Galil. Good news for Oderis as he caught him mid-air. But otherwise, you're kind of hoping that they miss a flick shot. You get all the intel in the world where he's at, and then, well, he kind of continues on that 1v1. But instead, we'll go down. Tectonic now back onto the save. And looks like they're going to go with a little bit of utility here. Actually, 4 smokes and 3 flashes.
Last time they went B, the problem was they got stuff coming out of the apartments, and that's the hardest part of taking into B, is just setting your feet on the bomb site, or just jumping out of the window area. And I think they're going to run into similar problems here. Aladdin's going to get an early spot. No, he's not peeking it at all. And Gola, this time they don't have any nades or Molotovs. This is actually pretty good for Tectonic.
So, when is their cue? I imagine, well, another smoke's going to be dropped. So do they wait for it? The downside to waiting is we can see Seraphic is in T-spawn. They have pretty much all the intel they need. There was a situation, I don't know if Seraphic actually pushed a ramp or Palace, but he's had a time. We're going to hold that thought. Here we go. B-side take underway. Drone finding the first. Gola up with the bomb carrier and finds a second, but, well, the rest of the frags go the way of the T's, and it's up to a retake of David and Seraphic.
And David coming up from the spawn. The Opera misses his shot, and a second one. Steno can't bring down David, but Seraphic has been spotted out. It's up to David. Gets the first one. David, could he complete the 3K and the 1v1 onto Imsta? Lots of time here for Imsta to juke back and forth. Finds himself a rifle. David hasn't moved his way out of market just yet. Trying to get intel on where Imsta is, but Imsta, he's trying to get intel on the bomb.
Yeah, he's trying to hop up onto the balcony. Finally gets spotted out there, but now Imsta knows exactly where David's at. Did he actually hit him or not? 1 damage? I thought for certain he took at least a bullet, but, well, hopping through the window, David finds the frag, the triple kill, and the clutch. David.
Excuse my excitement, everybody, but David's gonna rub that in my face hardcore. And I'm excited for it. Rub it all in my face. Sounds disgusting, but that is hilarious to me. Sorry, Chad.
There we go. David making it work on the retake. 6-1 Nexus. Putting in a dominant half thus far, and Tectonic not looking that solid at the moment. Aladdin looking for a push up middle. Oh, Zek gets lagged, and Oderis not missing. And Zek, the fact that he's on 20 hit points, this should be an easy frag for Aladdin to clean up. He was waiting for the prime timing, does find it. Steno will trade, but 4 on 3.
Yeah, Oderis. There's a lot of hype surrounding this guy. I'm starting to see why. And Tectonic mid-control... Kind of. Nexus can still peek from window. David is going to look for the timing. Smoke goes down. David doesn't want to give away his position. As now Tectonic slowly migrating their way to the A-bomb site. Oderis still watching the connector, though. I don't know how Steno finds this kill. Imsta onto David, making it a 3-on-3. I don't know if Oderis heard the bomb going lower or if he even heard that footstep. It looks like it will go back to B eventually.
Yeah, bomb slowly heading on back. It's going to be Steno. You can see he's got Red Start and Imsta just lurking through A at the moment. And if you're a T, this is a little concerning. You haven't seen anybody in a while. There's still 3 players left up. Finally, they get eyes on Oderis, opping on Cat. And I wonder what Steno's just going to continue to wait it out. They take down goal in CT spawn. It's Oderus and Seraphic. And again, very bizarre positioning. Oderus might be able to contest this as there's 20 seconds remaining.
Does Imsta continue to push up the catwalk? Oderus needs this shot. What?
Ooh.
Wow. Oderus, that shot was insanity. Can't believe he hit that. Steno, though, still up, still full stocked.
Yeah, and he does have one player heading in his direction. Seraphic very low, but he gives away his location. Now Oderus, he hit one nutty shot. Can he combine, create a third here? Pop Flash comes in. Oderus whiffs, and it will be Steno to finish the round. But yeah, Oderus, considering how that player was peeking him, he seemingly suspected someone was in ladder, so it was giving him a very difficult shot. You saw he was jumping that way, but still, Oderus right through the wall. Nutty shot.
That's a very hard shot to hit as well. I mean, a little bit further out, and you might just take too much of that wall with the shot. Despite being up 6-1, Nexus, after they give Tectonic their second round, have to save, and they're going with my balcony strat.
The under balk strat. All right. Yeah, 300 balk, one at Firebox, one at stairs. Excellent setup plays here.
You're welcome. Unfortunately, Tectonic are not going towards the A side, but they might. They throw the smoke for top connector, which generally makes the other team insinuate that the T's will be going up catwalk. But of course, it's a ruse because they're eventually trying to go up in middle to A.
Yeah, so they put Imsta at top connector. And we'll see. Maybe they'll get a peek into A, and considering drone's peeking B, hasn't spotted anybody. It might rotate at some point, but if they do decide to execute, the downside is this palace. If they come out ramp, you got close range angles. If you do it this way, oh my god. That call from the palace player, there's 3 under balk. That has got to be the funniest thing to hear as a teammate. But anyhow, they take them all down. Not a single frag for the CT side, but they try.
Wow. I can't believe they used that. Oh, it's hilarious. 6-3. Nexus still in the lead, but for how long? Tectonic looked pretty strong on that anti-eco, and we saw how tentative and methodical they took that round. Even though Nexus would have only had pistols, they took it so carefully and didn't lose much at all. So what's the play from Nexus? They stack A one more time as they now are on a double save. Zek on the Gola, trying to follow it up as Oderus, and don't give this guy an op.
So here we go. Oderus, op in hand. They will smoke top connector, so he won't be able to find that avenue towards catwalk, and we're going to see 2 more CTs go down. It's going to be Oderus and Seraphic. Oderus, of course, going to hang on to that AWP. Seraphic, on the other hand, we'll see if he can work some sort of exit, but Tectonic kind of rising back into things. They looked a little weak early on, but kind of hit their stride here.
This guy's fast, very fast.
Yeah, Oderus, another swift one on the drone. We'll see if he can continue this reign of terror. Again, just hiding out in CT spawn. Seraphic would love to head on up and grab this AK, and it looks like he will have that luxury.
I wish Oderus' name was spelled with an O instead of that E. Then it becomes vile. Gross.
Right?
Odorous.
Yeah, not a team that you want to play on LAN with.
Right? I mean, unless you're like back-to-back with the other team.
It might work out good, I suppose, but...
6-4. Nexus witnessing their lead dwindle. And with the double save, it gives your opponents a lot of room to grow their economy. And that's what we see out of Tectonic here. Enough to buy if they lose. Nexus can't say the same. Been saving a couple rounds now to get this full buyout. And I don't blame them. I want an op in Oderus' hands.
Yeah, no doubt about that at this point. Zek trying to work it on his own end, and he finds Seraphic. Nice pick from A ramp. Has a small corner inside of that smoke to work from. And, well, Seraphic was right inside of it. So first frag, drone actually decides to aggressively move out A ramp. This is merely a ruse. They are sending the bomb B. And this is Steno right here. This is his calling, as they are very split up. They kind of have control of A, now heading back from B. And I like this decision. There's no real reason to head into B if you don't have to, if you already have control of the other side.
Yeah, if Steno's calling on the opposing team, you don't make the certain call until you see the bomb. More so than with other callers. As you see, he's been traveling alone with the bomb a couple rounds now. Where he's just has no coverage from any of his teammates. But look at this inside a CT spawn.
Oh boy.
David back to back with, who is that? Imsta. And they don't know he's there. This is unreal.
Oh my god, he gets one. Can he follow it up? Not going to be able to connect onto Imsta, but the one frag was all he really needed. Imsta now stuck in a 1v2 with an excellent crossfire. Gola in connector. David back towards CT spawn.
Gola gonna peek when David takes the fight. Molotov deployed for stairs. Imsta still not convinced that he's not stairs. David takes the fight, loses it. 20 HP left on Imsta, but he doesn't have the bomb yet. He's gonna go for the fight instead. Gola pushing up. This is dangerous. Imsta takes the fight, can't get it, and Gola is gonna win it 7-4 for Nexus.
Yeah, Gola with the quad kill as well, able to retrieve the AWP. Of course, back in Odaris' hands. And yeah, this is looking like a great half thus far for Nexus. As I still don't know how they... So David, as far as I understand, that smoke he was in, he sprayed a lot of bullets into a player that was right there. But again, they just assumed that it was clear, and well, yeah, they should have made that assumption as he was able to stop the bomb planter, create that advantage, and Tectonic. We'll see what they decide to work here. They still have Red Start working towards Palace, but mid-control.
Odaris thinking about peeking this middle. He has been smoked off. That's fortunate for Tectonic now, but Odaris gonna swap. Oh, I thought he was gonna go towards the catwalk. Instead, just kind of lurking around, going back into jungle now. Tectonic with mid control, with cat control as Aladdin falls, and now Imsta onto Seraphic. He's been waiting to use that spot for so long, and finally somebody appears atop the stairs.
So Drone taking down Odaris. David is still at Firebox. They are coming onto the bomb site. He spots one at Palace, flicks back towards Steno, gets one, but that will be the extent of his success. Gola all alone towards B. And it looks like Tectonic will be able to secure their fifth, and there's not a lot of money on the CT side, so to be fair, this is their ticket back into the half.
Oh yeah, this is looking at least 7-7. If you're Nexus, I'm thinking you force buy here. I mean, what are you gonna double save to win one round at the end? I'm quite surprised they're not forcing.
So Drone gonna be smoking towards middle from T-spawn, allow for some mid-aggression, but now CT aggression towards a ramp. Seraphic just holding an angle. Was Red Start, loves to go a Palace.
And he heard the herd.
Yeah, he heard the herd indeed. Takes down Seraphic, a little bit of damage dealt to himself, but Nexus, where do they go on the rest of the stack? They look like they've kind of lost a main focused idea, but they do take down Red Start. That's going to be an AK for Odaris as the bomb's at B.
Now Odaris will fall. David, last man standing. And go for... Oh, doesn't... What? Are you watching his screen? He saw the guy. Now his teammates called for him. Then he saw the guy. And Zach. What a flick onto David. Pretty funny there. You could see it. I'm not sure if we had our camera on it, but David spotted the player inside a connector, looks jungle, and I'm sure one of his teammates said, "No, you saw a guy connector." Unfortunate.
Yeah, not a great time. And, well, another save scenario for the CTs.
And this is why I'm saying they should have forced. Like, you're saving 2 rounds in which, if you just forced by the round previously, you could potentially win the rest of the half. So I don't like this.
Yeah, definitely a risk that probably was worth taking, but instead, gonna allow Tectonic to kind of bring their way back into things, as it looks like they are just going to go for a pretty standard A smoke strat. Aladdin is flanking through T-spawn. I don't know if he's going to get here in time, as finally he's going to put on his Nikes, and actually this is a full wall of smoke strat that isolates connector and stairs. And on an anti-eco like this could be worrisome actually, as of course eco players, they love to hide in smokes.
Oh yeah, lurking in that all day. Seraphic comes up, drops Steno, finds himself an AK, hops atop the ladder, and spams down another one. Down to a 2-on-2 here. Gola still hasn't found himself a weapon, but he finds the headshot under Red Start. 1-on-1. Drone versus Gola. Gola not even going to tap the bomb. Takes the fight. Drone going to win it. All tied up at 7-7. But a nice round from Nexus.
Yeah, certainly. Again, considering the buy that they came into, you can see how on an anti-eco, those smokes really could work against you here. On rifle rounds, obviously you want to throw those down, take those long-range weapons out of play, ops, all that kind of fun stuff, especially with Odurus on the map. But yeah, in that situation, got a little close. But Tectonic, they will take it to the end, moving into the last round of the first half. It is yet to be seen who will technically win the half, as we got Zek with his AWP, Odurus firing a shot through the smoke in middle, not going to connect though.
Just judging off of the two teams, either way, even if Nexus wins this next round or this round, I'd have to favor Tectonic with either scoreline moving into half number 2. Moving on to that CT side. And you know Steno's going to have some tricky stuff prepared. Mid control once again for Tectonic. And they have a red start in his beloved palace. 1 for 1 thus far at middle, trying to get up catwalk. This Tectonic, no, just grounded at mid, and they know Seraphic is here, but they don't know where.
Oh, peekaboo, they find him. Immediate headshot there from Steno. So 4 and 3. Got David still lurking, CT spawn at A. Odurus working a nice angle, actually, through towards jungle. And he's on the opposite side of the window room, the crawl space area. Aladdin falls, so it's going to be Zek finding another op shot. Odurus, as he's trying to make his way through the crawl space, lands that one. So it is a 3-on-2. Odurus needs to connect again. He whiffs. It's up to David.
There we go, David from the ticket booth. Burning a little bit. I'm not sure if Nexus spotted him. Wow, jumps through the smoke. Interesting decision there.
Confident play.
Yeah, just a very confident player, but 8-7 favor of Tectonic.
8-7 Tectonic, bringing it back, as it looked pretty worrisome. This is their map choice, just to remind you guys. So considering how it went early, wasn't looking too good, but bringing it right back in, technically winning the half, will feel all right moving into their CT side. I do want to let you guys know we got a giveaway going on Twitter. It is a Desert Eagle Golden Koi Factory New Stat Track, of course. All you need to do for that one, just follow at GoRGNTV, as well as at spy_Jeremy9000, and retweet the specific tweet that you'll see front and center on the GoRGNTV Twitter. So again, retweet, follows 2 accounts, and you're good to go. Winner will be announced on the 14th. Here we go. Second pistol round going live of our third best of 3 of the day. Plenty of action going on here. As Tectonic, we'll see what they have in store. Interesting. There's been a lot more double kit setups I've been noticing. I don't know why that is. I really don't. If I had a theory, I would definitely spin it.
Yeah, 2 on pistol. That might be a little overkill. I mean, I'd prefer a guy with armor over a kit, but 2 it is. I won't doubt him. I have a 2-man fake over towards B. David as well as Gola. David, of course, the designated smoke man, faking off towards the B side. And now, how hard have Tectonic bited? They bit real hard.
Yeah, David just soars out of the palace, goes down. Gola finds one in middle. And yeah, that's going to be the A bomb site open for business. Imsta will be inside a CT spawn. He almost gets taken down, but instead Zek actually saves his life. He's on 2 hit points, though. It's a 3-on-2.
And Gola on these pistols been dirty. I think he got 3 in the last one. Already got 3, potentially looking at the ace. Trying to cut him off from the CT spawn, but he lets him through. This puts his teammate in danger, but it doesn't matter. Seraphic coming up big anyway. Zek looking for Gola. Next up is Seraphic, but doesn't get either of them. Nexus taking both pistol rounds, and that's what you need for an upset.
Indeed. Gotta win those critical rounds, and pistol rounds are definitely some of those.
And on a side note, real fast, for everybody, I'd like David's frag count to stay below 25, as I gave someone 100 to 1 odds that it will not happen.
Oh boy. We'll see if that does indeed. He's at 9 right now, so building his way up, not in double digits territory. We'll see how CTs are going to play this one. To be fair, fairly standard. They've got a bit of stacking connector, a vertical stack. They have 1 flash on Imsta. But otherwise, there's nothing too creative going on.
Yeah, not much here. P250s, they're going to go for a collapse onto mid, it would seem. There are only 2 people peeking mid. I guess they have a mid collapse if they want it. Red Start is down below, but they're going to take the fights one by one. And I don't know if I like this from Tectonic. At least they're trying something with Red Start's position, but they just lost a player at mid with nothing to follow up, and if you get picked on an eco round, you're probably going to lose.
Drone finds one as they enter into the bomb site, but Steno cannot repeat the same thing. Imsta rotating in. Red Start finally waltz. Oh, he is stuck on a ladder.
What's going on in the smoke?
Oh no. It'll be Red Start getting the worst end of the trade. Aladdin noticing that there is a presence inside of the smoke and it's not a ghost. So Imsta all alone. It's going to work from ladder. Pretty cheeky position as well at the top of the ladder. Almost hate trying to work against a player sitting there.
Yeah, try it with an op.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be awkward. Imsta, I don't know. Okay, Gola still peeking on Kaz. So in theory, there is a timing here, and he does find it. Imsta should be able to take down Gola. Easy frag there. Now retrieving the weapon. That's an entirely different task.
Can't get it. He does do some economic damage to Nexus, at least, and this is exactly what you want to do. Or that is. Not this is. For Tectonic, just trying to dwindle that economy down. And they get one more chance to do so, but I'd like to see a more creative eco round coming out of Tectonic here instead of just playing standard. Which... Alright, we got 3 mid.
So Red Start again in underpass. Seraphic thinking about peeking. Does spot out Red Start, and well, with a P90, probably gonna take that duel. Apparently nades can go back there. That's news to me, as that would have been a perfectly banked nade onto Red Start's position. But what is even in that closet? It's like a shutdown shopper. All right. Anyhow, I'm gonna go back to that at some point. Zek on Odaris. So actually, entry frag here for the CT side. We'll see what they can do with this.
And they have a player pushed up into B, and that is not what they wanted from their B guy. That's going to open up the B bomb site entirely. Steno does have a flash as well as a smoke. He uses it early, tries to get position into the bomb site. He still has his smoke. We'll see how that changes things.
Here we go. Steno finding it another one. As it's a 3-on-3, but the CTs are definitely ill-equipped. A bit of an understatement. Red Start is going to be alone towards ladder room. See if he can do anything with this. There is a Galil down right in front of him. I think it's like right around the corner. He is not... It is literally right out of his view. I think he would love to grab that, but at the same time, there is players near to him that he needs to be worried about. Seraphic going to be peeking his corner. Gives him a little bit of his shoulder. Seraphic on a
almost
point. That was scary. Yeah.
Yeah, bomb's still a threat, but he is going to make it away. So, now... Can Nexus take this first gun round? That'd be huge. Moving up 12-8, you're only a few gun rounds away from victory. If you could string them together. Now Zek gonna match the op of Odaris. And are they gonna meet? No, Odaris going up into the palace. Mid, quickly attempted by Nexus. Zek not gonna take the shot right away. But Steno arrives from the connector, and now Catwalk player pushing. That's Red Start. I really like this mid collapse from Tectonic. Just multi-pronged on staggered timings.
Imsta's working that one-way smoke at ramp where you can just see right over top of it. But he will actually head back just in the nick of time, as there is a player lurking on ramp. That's going to be Aladdin. The op of Odaris, again, obviously, got to keep highlighting how impressive that's been, and that's where they're looking for a pick here. He spots Imsta as he tried to make his way up the ladder. Goes for a pre-fire, but it's going to be Gola frag onto Zek. Imsta will fire back. So 4-on-3, this is an advantage to the CT side. And T side, yet to really pick a bomb site. Does look like they're slowly lurking towards B, though.
The op of Odaris sounds like some sort of like legendary MMO weapon or something like that. Pushing up towards the B side. We have one player in the site being drone. It's really hard to find a clean entry onto B here, and the rotate's going to be so fast from Red Start. And as long as drone plays this tactfully, should be guaranteed at least one.
How are they going to take in is the question. And drone not currently peeking apartments. Red Start on catwalk. Nade will be provided. They got 20 seconds. Money nade from drone. Going to drop half hit points on 2 players. Are pretty darn close to it. Gola does spot out one at Odaris. What a shot. Is he able to drop them? That Molotov's going to put them out, but Red Start can't capitalize. He goes down on the catwalk. Leg shot onto Steno, finished off by David, and Oderis is out of his mind, Laser.
Yeah, this guy is nutty with the AWP. He's getting heavily outfragged by Gola, but the op impact is undeniable at this point. There's critical frags, key frags coming out from Oderis, and I'm beginning to believe the hype. They still got a long ways to go if they want to close this out, and that was easily looking like Tectonic's round, but 6 shots by Oderis, down goes Drone, down goes the catwalk player, then how do you retake? Gets difficult in a hurry for Tectonic. So taking a look at their money, just gonna have Imsta here with an M4 next round, upgrade pistols as they have more than enough money to do so, but I want to see something creative out of Tectonic on this round.
Yeah, so Imsta with that single M4, and then the rest will be on a save. And I'm wondering, yeah, how they go about it. I'm hoping for something creative like you've mentioned, as otherwise, well, this could be another swift round for the Nexus side. But here we go. Going to be some early middle control for Nexus yet again. I'm going to leave A ramp entirely open. No one watching for the flank. And we do see Imsta and Steno getting aggressive towards A ramp.
If you're not going to have anybody watch it, you need to go fast. And that's what Nexus is doing so far. There is Imsta with this. Oh, he's over towards the A side, so they don't have a rifle to deal with, but Zek proving himself to be a problem. They're trying to split onto B. Zek's actually spamming through the smoke from Connector, but now Red Start from above. He gets one, but can't get another one. And Imsta, back-to-back save.
Yep, looking like the case, and Oderis just hitting, again, a nutty shot towards B there, once the player's known to be towards B apartments. Again, just tunnel vision on that.
Excuse me for one moment, Chad.
Not a problem. Imsta, again, just going to hang out towards B apartments. He's actually pushing up. I guess, to be fair, economic damage is still fairly critical at this point. They want to come back into things and surviving with 3 at the moment. If you can get any more, again, that money's fairly low on the T side, so that is kind of what he's going for here. And being, it's got $2,500 as well. Not the end of the world if he went down. Doesn't want it, but again, that's the idea. Stays in B apartments, not going to get any action at all. They all exit safely through CT spawn. And moving into this next round, 12-8. Just to let you guys know, once again, this is the map choice of Tectonic. They've lost both pistol rounds, and, well, they can't secure some rounds soon. Looks like Nexus will be taking map number 1, and this is a best 3.
All right.
And we do have Dust 2 as Nexus's map choice. That's coming up next, so see how that one plays out. But here and now, it is looking good here for Nexus. But again, need to continue to put these rounds on the board. Tectonic looking for the comeback.
Oh, so bad for Imsta. He instantly dinks Oderis, but somehow unaffected by getting shot in the face. Oderis hits the shot right back at him. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, look at Zek here. Oh, boy. With an op, he's slowly walking forward in Palace. Interesting decision there. Going for the aggression, but I just don't know if it was the correct idea. Nonetheless, they've got Steno lurking inside of the bomb site. He takes down one. Red Start onto David, and, well, now things got intriguing. We got Oderis, 10 hit points, but he's nuts at the moment. Seraphic is going to be lurking through middle.
And see if this 10 hit points is enough for Oderis. Seraphic creeping up towards the connector. Red Start has to get himself in the mix. Steno gets caught out. And look at Seraphic. He knows that somebody's flanking towards middle. Smokes it off. Makes it a 2-on-1. Guaranteed against Drone. Who's lurking from the ticket booth. Dodges most of that nade's damage. Oderis getting covered by Seraphic. Seraphic pushing into the spawn. Loses to Drone. And Drone hits the second one. Gets the defuse as well. And 9 for Tectonic.
There we go. So they will be able to pick up CT side around, but of course this needs to be followed up by another one. To be fair, they do have quite a... No, they don't. They're going to have 2 players drop them. Yeah, it's their money's not going to be quite at a comfortable spot. That is for certain. As they need to follow it up with another round. Otherwise, Nexus could definitely close this out on their T front. They've secured 5 rounds in a row. You can see their bank looking damn good. They've got utility on everyone. Oderis included with that op in hand. So, good news. And, well, it looks like they're going to head back towards B. Oderis with the middle pick.
And if Nexus win this one, we're looking at 13-9 Tectonic. They can't afford to double save. We're going to see either a force buy right away or they'll save one and go for Famas. Either option is not pretty for Tectonic. So this round, so much attached to it. And more Tectonic aggression. They have 3 players over towards the B side. This isn't looking good from Nexus, but the nades aren't looking good from Tectonic. Red Star botches his Molotov, and Molotov's his teammate. This is hilarious.
What is going on? Nexus losing all their members. There's just a pile of smokes. Gola gets a frag, but yeah, that was, for lack of a better term, a cluster something. That was
bang.
ridiculous. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with that. That was insanity. Well, we'll go to Tectonic, and luckily for them, only losing 1.
That was really strange. I'm just shocked that Nexus wasn't able to capitalize on the mistakes of Tectonic. There's 2 players coming up from the catwalk. Who was it? Red Star, Molotov's his teammate. They're both in the same area, but then there's so many smokes up that, and then somehow they can't bring down Red Star with the Molotov primed. Yeah, I don't know about that round coming out of Nexus. Doesn't bode well for them, especially because that was the round that would put them in so close to ending the match. But now they find themselves on the save. Only has to be a single save, though, and they'd love a bomb plant.
Indeed. It's going to be catwalk, but the bomb carrier has been killed already. Damn. That throws a bit of wrench in the strategy. Moders goes back for it. Does take down Red Star. He comes through the smoke. Does drop Steno. But goes down to Imsta thereafter. So bringing things back 3 in a row now for Tectonic, and they're starting to build a bit of a bank account.
Alright, so this is where Nexus need to make a statement. Don't let Tectonic reach that tipping point. If Tectonic wins this, suddenly this match is theirs in my eyes. It seems like on their CT side, Nexus have got some rounds off of mistakes from Tectonic. But here Nexus comes towards the A side. Odaris, single man, going towards mid, looking for a pick. I like that play from Nexus. Just throw your strength around. One of them being Odaris' op, and maybe he can create an opening at mid, or at least relieve some pressure towards the A side, but incoming Nexus.
Imsta trying to work from under the balcony. Does provide an incendiary. You saw he actually wanted to go back up onto the balc, but actually another incendiary comes on down. Red starts. Gonna bring 1 frag into the round. Zek and Imsta to combine, but Gola and David, they will be able to fire back. They've got Steno to deal with on top of the stairs. Zek is playing from connector. He's hoping someone peeks. Oh, he spots David's head at firebox for just a moment.
Nade incoming.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. So Gola 1v3.
This guy's been pretty nutty at times. And Zek will shut him down. All tied up now, 12-12. But with the money that Tectonic is going to have after this round, the tipping point has been reached.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Nexus at all. And just to add to the frustration, there's no way they're not thinking that, okay, guys, we won both pistol rounds and secured those rounds thereafter. They even got, the first CT string was 4 rounds in a row before losing one, and then getting the 2 thereafter on their T side, they won 5 in a row. So, again, a lot of things aligning, but now we're back at a tie.
Yeah, it's what we always talk about. For upsets to happen, you need pistol rounds, maybe an eco here or there, and winning the first gun round on top of that, that's everything you require for an upset. And if you can't close those situations out, then there is a problem. But wow, making me eat my words. Nexus finding both opening frags at middle. Zek looking to reply with his op from the catwalk. Imsta in the T spawn. He's not going to spot the bomb though. So 2-on-4 here in interesting positions.
Yeah, Imsta from A ramp. Drone coming in from CT spawn. Imsta peeks, takes down Odaris, but dropped to 7 hit points. Drone chimes in, now 2-on-2, and he falls right back into the bomb as, well, Imsta probably not expecting that. But now the rotation out towards B. Drone gonna have to play the guessing game.
So, going all the way back. Drone. It's a really hard decision to make, whether you stick at the B bomb or stick at the A bomb site. It's just really a guessing game, an informed guess. But 2-on-1, Drone's going to realize now that the bomb has been planted. And is he going to go for this? They have the money to do so. Realizes that He wasn't going to go for it, though. He didn't want to break the window and reveal his position. But
I think he wanted to make it onto the cat, though. I think from that position you can get onto... Yeah, he's going cat. He was trying to parkour.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm not letting Drone let this one go. He missed that. Drone, you need to be KZing more. I'm going to tell him after this, don't worry. I will let him know.
Never KZ'd a day in my life.
Well, at least he gets an op out of it, so he's going to head back and save. It's going to be Nexus, though, picking up a round where, to be fair, this is going to make or break. They're going to win this round, but if they don't take the one they're after, Tectonic, they still have quite a bit of money in their bank account, considering Drone picked up that op as well. This is what it comes down to.
And this is a big one. Nexus got some sick mid control early. Doing it again, though, I'm not sure Tectonic is going to give it to him. If they do, some pretty headstrong stuff. We'll see what their option is. We do have Zek going to go for the mid peak. Smoke up for Nexus, but this time they're all towards the A side. But Imsta, he's all by himself at the A bomb site, but he's coming up massive. He gets 2 before the trade is there. But all the info.
And Red Start lurking in middle. Here's Aladdin drop from chair position. Takes him down right before Steno's about to be blindsided, actually. So saves his teammate's life. Only 2 left up for Nexus, and this is not looking good. Zek has not been hitting many shots with that op. I'm not going to lie, as Seraphic takes down 2 more. So Red Start and Drone left.
Nexus could still do this. They smoke off the CT for Gola to get the bomb down. He does get the bomb down and brings down Drone down to a 1 versus 1. This is huge. Nexus cannot afford to drop this. Gola comes up huge. Nexus, if they lost that round, they're broke. They had no money. And then Tectonic probably going to take the lead and be 1 gun round away from doing it. Incredible. Gola. It's coming up big. Is that guy at 30 yet? Just reached it.
Just hit it. That was unreal from him. And yeah, Tectonic kind of forcing the issue. They had... I think Drone still had a nade he could have utilized and such, but just trying to take the fight, and, well, Gola wins both of them. 14-12. Nexus 2 away from closing this out. As we can see, Tectonic, they're saving for the tie. Well, unless they can make something work here. They do have 3 flashes, but otherwise, again, just P250s, 5-7 on Zek, and they'll wait till 15.
And their eco rounds have not been impressive thus far. And this time they go for the A ramp aggression, now splitting up. Steno wants to go solo, gets spotted out by Aladdin. He's going to press him off mid control for Nexus. I want to go towards the B side, but Drone has already crept his way up towards deep into apartments, but I don't know how many he's going to be able to get. He has P250, but if only 2 players are coming here from Nexus, if he makes a clean sweep of these 2, that'd be devastating.
Indeed it would be, as he's holding the close angle. Where was Drone looking?
What's over there?
Right? What could be over there? Definitely not a terrorist. That's kind of what you need to be worried about. That was very bizarre, and, well, he's going to come up with nothing, but T-Sank going to be happy about that. Gola holding in ladder room already here. Takes down Zek, finds another one in Steno, drops him to follow. He's got Imsta left on the catwalk. Red Start near market, but with 20 hit points, that is the end of it.
That timing could not have been more perfect. Inside of the apartments.
Oh yeah, that was just basically tunnel vision on that exact spot for so long. Seraphic walks in as he just kind of drifts his crosshair. I'm very curious why he did that. I don't know. Maybe he heard
some people have the tendency to like look towards sound. I know I can do that from time to time, but not when you're the only guy inside of the apartments. But just kind of falls asleep, I guess.
Very odd stuff. As Steno playing underneath Balk. He's going to play alone at A. This is interesting. They're putting a lot of players towards catwalk. Imsta actually creeping up through underpass. They're going to find out pretty soon here that Wolf's middle and A.
Pretty soon. A lot on the shoulders of Steno. And they're collapsing onto A. Nexus. This would be such a shock to not only me, but I'm pretty sure everybody if they're able to do this. But they've taken enough time to where Steno has support, and he gets the first frag. Doesn't look like Nexus will be able to close.
We'll see here. Steno falls, so it will be a 4-on-4. Imsta on the flank, though, and this is going to be critical element that Tectonic's waiting for. Don't really need to peek until he actually arrives, just delay. Red Start, oh, he's burning to death. Luckily, Imsta finally chimes in. Aladdin goes and pals to his left, very low, but on the stairs is Seraphic, and it's going to create a 2-on-2.
Still possible for Nexus, but not if Zach hits that shot onto Aladdin. Seraphic, how does he get the bomb down safely? He has to take one of these players out. He's going to go for the CT spawn player. Missing the shot is Zach. Seraphic not done with him just yet. Wants to peek further. But look, Drone. I thought he was going to join him inside of CT. Zach hits the next one. And we may be going into OT.
2 rounds away here for Tectonic, and we can see the monetary situation on the T side. This is going to be an eco, and basically they've got 1 gun round left to try and close out this map, and I would always have to give it to the more kind of experienced lineup, or the team I might figure be a little bit more experienced. I think Tectonic, if this goes to overtime, I hate to throw Nexus down, but I think Tectonic should take it, considering the things that they have overcome, whereas Nexus, to be fair, they've had all the opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. Pistol not losing any of the anti-ecos or anti-force. The first gun round, a lot going their way, and Zek onto Seraphic. Cutting down the numbers of Nexus as they try to storm their way up into Connector. Odaris, he's going to find himself in op. This could get dangerous. And this is a good spot. He pretty much has the map cut in half. He just needs to hit some shots. Spots one in the smoke. Hits him. Steno goes down. Odaris could change everything.
Oh my. This is a very bizarre round. Odaris, again with his op in middle. And Tectonic, I got a feeling after Steno goes down there, he's probably screaming at everybody, just kind of play cautiously. You know, there's an enemy with an op on the field. Odaris is actually just lurking in middle, hoping to find one more before they actually commit somewhere. David with the bomb. He is peeking into B, and this could be worrisome as there is a player, Red Start. I actually just missed his point of view. I don't know if he jump peeked him, but seemingly knows he's there. Odaris goes down to Imsta. So that's the op out of commission. It's only David. Can blindside Red Start, just barely misses that shot, and taken down from Drone and Market. It's going to be the round, so here we go. Last rifle round in regulation.
Yep, Tectonic probably going to move on to OT. But look out for that op of Odaris. I thought we saw one come out. Oh, I was looking on the CT side. Zek has one on the CT side. With the op of Odaris. They might need that to close this one out. And Aladdin. And it's no surprise to see David at the bottom of the scoreboard, but Aladdin, can be a big fragger. Pretty big impact, but we're not seeing that here. And again, last round of regulation. Getting aggressive into the smoke is Imsta. And this is huge. Their opposite side, Nexus is trying to execute onto A. Imsta's going to relinquish the position. And let's see how good this take is.
Yep, it all comes down to this. Seraphic going to be sending a nade down towards Imsta. It actually doesn't do a damn thing, though. Nade's very bizarre. Lands in the corner. Here comes the A-ramp push. They're going to smoke out so the Palace players can join them. First one in David going down. Imsta follows it up onto Aladdin. They're going to try and come down the balcony. Imsta
that was unreal.
Denies one, but Odaris onto the second.
He stuffed him with his head, Chad. He denied him.
He's trying to drop on
I can't believe that. That was a beautiful moment.
Imsta, you beautiful CSGO player, you.
The body block. The body block is one thing, but blocking with your head?
Right.
Damn.
Literally using his head. Well, it's going to be overtime here. Map number 1, Tectonic. They lost a ton of the critical rounds, but they still are able to make it work in an OT. And this is where I have to favor them as Nexus. There's no way, no matter how... Maybe at the top level, you can have that just wipe the slate clean and just go right into overtime, try and make things work. But Nexus, on the other hand, I don't know if they have that luxury. They won all the rounds. They should have closed it out. It didn't happen, and now they have to fight through OT.
Yeah, I haven't played much with Odaris and Gola, but unless they're motivators, Nexus doesn't really have any motivators. Yeah, that could play into it. And overtime, of course, we take not random, but we take the economic aspect out of the game. The only way we could see a save is if ops are bought a whole bunch. But Tectonic, I second your opinion. They're probably going to win this, given that we have 6 possible gun rounds in Tectonic. They've lost a lot of the rounds that weren't gun rounds, or as a result of them.
So just waiting for these guys to ready on up here. And then we will be going live into overtime again, just to let you guys know. Dust 2 is our second map. That is Nexus map choice. Third would be Overpass if required. And I'm curious how Dust 2 is going to play out, quite honestly, as considering what we've seen here on Mirage, fairly close in some respects. Odaris with an op is ridiculous. That Dust 2 is a fantastic playground for that. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it should transfer. And also, if Aladdin steps it up, moving into D2 as well. Though, I think we're going to see a pretty demoralized Nexus if they drop this one, moving on to Dust 2. And here we go. Live into overtime. Our first overtime of 2016, right, Chad?
First overtime. Didn't we have an overtime earlier this morning? I swore that we had one this morning.
Probably.
I think we did to close it. There was 1916 on one. I don't know. I'm crazy. Anyhow, I'm gonna look that up. One of the first in 2016.
Good save. Good save.
Just throw in that safety net. So here we go. Interesting. Odaris is not gonna pick up an op on the first round when a lot of the T side rounds were honestly because of his op.
Let's try to figure out why here. He's probably gonna be a part of a big fake. He's gonna do a lot of run and gunning, I'd assume, unless for some reason he just doesn't want to use it right now. Pushed up inside of the halls, and the bomb goes down. This may work out in Nexus's. Oh, okay, nobody's ready over towards the B side. I thought somebody might jump out towards B and then it becomes an issue, but no, big advantage, Tectonic.
Yeah, now they were trying to fake essentially like smoke from B, take into B, and essentially then later push out of Palace, but Zek just, yeah, completely destroys that plan by peeking to Palace, spotting the bomb carrier and killing him. And now they're going to rotate back over to B. So it is a 4-on-4, 2 on each bomb site here for, actually I lied, Red Start is in ladder room, so only 1 on B at the moment.
That's going to be Drone, the young gun. Odaris leading, while the rest of his team isn't peeking. No, they're preparing smokes. Number 7 man has made his way back. Red Start. So they're going to have 2 here. Both players have Molotovs. They're going to drop them now. No, Red Start gets caught out with a Molotov out, and now it's all up to Drone.
Here we go. He's lurking inside of the smoke at the moment. He's waiting for his teammates to show up. And Zek will do indeed that. Takes down Odaris. Finally, Drone peeks out. Takes down Seraphic as he's got the info that he was at Van. Aladdin will trade. So it is a 2-on-2. David towards the catwalk. They've got Aladdin up in apartments. Imsta taking the first fight. David drops him, though. Little damage, or sorry, little HP remaining, and that's where the nade comes in. Zek with the smoke. It does. Okay, will put up the Molotov. That was very bizarre. Aladdin actually jumping down. And this just got very interesting. Zek gonna stick it here. Aladdin should be able to find the spray down. And eventually he does so. I got a little close, though.
Yeah, quite surprising it took Aladdin that long. Because there's only one spot the diffuser can be. But a big pickup from Nexus, where we keep talking about Tectonic should be able to take this moving into overtime. But it's not like Nexus didn't take any gun rounds on their T side. But it boiled down to a 1-on-1, so as close as can be.
First round to Nexus. Odaris now with an op in his hands. Gonna peek towards a ramp here, and actually for a moment, we did see Steno peeking. Imsta loves to work this one-way smoke. Odaris just barely sprints out of there. Yeah, fully widescreen, and Imsta could not capitalize. That would have been a massive frag to start the round. He decides to peek and immediately dinks Odaris. Didn't actually peek through the smoke. Just, again, heard him switching as he actually did leave, and he was fully blind, so provides that fire, but we do see Zek going down in the middle.
If Nexus can take 2 T-side rounds, that would be something to say. Gola gets taken down in middle by Steno, though. Not sure what the point of that peak was with so little HP. Kind of gives away the advantage of Nexus, just only getting 1 player spotted out as far as intel goes. And now Nexus trying to crunch onto this A bomb site. It's a 3-on-2 at A here. Red Start just about to join the fray. Imsta onto Aladdin. And now there's only 2 players remaining for Nexus trying to take into the A side, but they're going so patiently. Really needed to close the gap because Tectonic allowed so much time to rotate.
Yeah, now Seraphic all alone, 1v3. Looking like a bleak spot for him, and indeed he will fall. So Tectonic will take the round thereafter. Good news for them, like you had stated. That would have been a great look for Nexus, taking 2 T rounds in a row, and we had highlighted how the economy kind of breaks down in that third CT round if you lose the first 2. So great news for Tectonic. They're in a good spot here to grab this following round. To be fair, though, T-side still with plenty to work with Oderis with that op.
And man, David can't make it to 25 frags with overtime. Hopefully we don't go into like quadruple overtime, because then I might be out $500.
Right, you didn't actually say if it had to be regulation. But
I'm a man of my word.
Imsta dropping the bomb carrier and Gola. I think that's the first time he actually made that work, actually finding a player up and over that smoke. Of course, last round he dinked a player, but didn't actually see him. Oderis will fall, and Tectonic looking promising for this round.
And Drone did make the hero play in the last round. He likes pushing up inside of the apartments here. It's going to be a split onto the B bomb site, but problem is trying to make it up catwalk. Zek can't find anybody. He did jump up over the smoke to try to peek it, and then Drone falls to David. That's a key frag, but still another one already in the bomb site. That's Red Star, another frag for David. He's running amok through the site, joined by Aladdin now. 2-on-3.
And Imsta finds himself all alone. 1v3. So he spots out. Oh, man. Just spotted out Seraphic. He had 1 click, and it would have been the end of him. 24 hit points remaining, but it's going to be Seraphic at the end. And it's going to be 2 T-sided rounds for Nexus. Considering a bit of a CT-sided map, that is fantastic for Nexus.
Yeah, that's great. That's not at all what we expected in the OT, just based upon how regulation went and how many gun rounds were won. Especially Nexus taking both pistols. So Tectonic on the less favored side, gonna have to win all 3 if they want to take it. 2 to tie. And for Nexus, they gotta know, if we take Mirage, we're moving on to our map choice, and with that, that's best possible outcome for an upset.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Here we go. Oderis and Zek both picking up the AWPs. Difference on Tectonic, they will go for that op in the first round. As Oderis wasn't interested in the first round of the T side in overtime, but here we go. Gonna have Aladdin getting aggressive middle. Oderis hitting a shot onto Zek. And that was massive, and through the smoke, I believe, as indeed that looks like the case. So big frag to start things off. And Aladdin, did Imsta not spot Aladdin in top?
What?
He was tunnel visioned on Connector, and this round is not working out for Tectonic at all. I don't know what happened there.
I'm kind of shocked that, I'm not sure if that was through a smoke or what, but Oderis just hit a ridiculous shot. I couldn't even see him. Drone onto Oderis. Quick trade by Seraphic. And Nexus, 1 frag away from that tie point.
Way here. Red Star does have the flank, and he spots out Seraphic immediately, and Gola, but hopping through the window. Wasn't going to be a fight that, well, to be fair, it is global offensive, so could have had a stray bullet, just hit a headshot midair, but didn't happen. 18-16, Nexus 1 away.
Nexus 1 away. Something I was not prepared to say. A lot of faith in my own team, I guess. But they're here. 2 chances. Pressure's on for Tectonic. And 1 more mid-attempt. I'm really surprised they want to even go near Oderis at this point, who's just hitting nothing but bodies. His count's at, what, 27 right now, trying to join that 30-bomb club, but Aladdin, the guy with the op over towards the A side this time, trades a ton of his HP. David falls, so 4-on-4 mid-control for Tech.
Tectonic, we'll see what they can make with it. Imsta, gonna be the point man in top connector. Zek with that op in hand. They've actually Molotov the close corner at Arches. Oderis is there. See if they decide to peek him. Looks like he's not going to wait. Has looked for a shot. Couldn't find it immediately and will fall off. This is still a winnable round for either side, to be fair. Tectonic with quite a bit of control. But what do they do with it?
Oderis botching a smoke. He's going to try to fall back on the catwalks. Gets spotted out again. Misses a critical one. Steno baiting him for so long to try to take that shot. Still another player in the site. Gola. Not this time. Now it's Aladdin's turn. Everybody's whiffing on the Nexus side. And this is not time to take a trip to Whiff City.
Not at all. Seraphic all alone. As Tectonic going to move up to 17 rounds and one away from some double overtime, Laser. As that is currently what Tectonic's fighting for. Nexus, again, they've got one round to be able to close it out, but if they don't take it, again, we kind of restart. They do start on the same side they left off on, but that's pretty much the extent of the changes. So we just restart that overtime. Do it all over again. So
I'm just glad David's still at 16 frags, so my $500 is still safe for at this rate for an infinity overtimes.
Yep, at this rate, yeah, no doubt. I think you're doing all right at the moment. So Seraphic will actually make it through that round, and it's not a bad situation for him at all. As you can see, Aladdin, for example, is 2,600. They got 3K on David. It's looking really bad on the buy for Nexus. At least they can get an op for Odurus. That's the upside.
And I wouldn't mind them sending him Connector, because Tectonic have done a good job recently of smoking him off. He's going to jump down going into
my God.
Tunnel. This isn't a bad option either. Imsta, though, hits a great pop flash. Odurus completely white screened, and that is exactly what Tectonic needs to bring this into double OT.
Yeah, fantastic work there. And for Tectonic, that's basically just a set play that they've been sending a player. I think it's been specifically Imsta every time. He's the one that will go up top connector now, thereafter, and he's the one that kind of breaches underpass first and foremost. So having a set nade for it, just in case. You can see it reaps its rewards, and Odurus off the map. Now, where do they go? Again, Imsta posted up in top connector. It's a great position, kind of cut the map in half a little bit, and actually they're going to follow it up. Zek and Steno moving up as well. And there's no one posted on Cat, so no one going to backstab them if they move into A here.
David from the palace lets Seraphic goes down. He needed to peek that so badly, lets his teammate fall, and that should be the next overtime imminent, unless Aladdin can arrive on that magic carpet and unleash the genie. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either, but maybe he can do it, though. As slowly approaching. Does have an incendiary. But, yeah, I was going to list off the rest of the utility, but Zek tears his head off.
Need a head for that.
We've got, exactly. Can't really, yeah. Too bad there's not, like, some sort of functionality. You lose your head. It's like chicken mode where you can still, like, run around for a little while. No, that would be terrible. Anyhow, another overtime. About to go live. Maybe for like a public community server. Anyhow, someone run with that idea.
You could still die with a nade in your hand.
That's true. That is true. And they can just drop onto the floor and deal tons of damage.
Nade from the grave.
Yeah, well, this is true. But another overtime, Laser. Here we go. You guys are ready for a bit of a late evening. Tectonic now on the T side to start off. Curious, I imagine Odurus goes for an op first and foremost here on the CT side. If he doesn't, well, okay, he does. So I don't really have to go through that ulterior theory. But 18 to 18 again, here we go.
Yeah, Odurus continuing to be a problem for the Tectonic side, and the top three of Nexus really providing a solid map thus far. Still Aladdin and David pretty silent. There isn't too big of a disparity. A gap nonetheless. Nexus with mid control. It's still really quiet at mid. They send another player, David. He's lurking back and forth in the connector. If they get another player inside of A, that increases their chances dramatically. Instead, they're going to be smoked off, but here comes Tectonic.
Here we go. Odurus going to be whiffing shots here. 2 thus far. Finally, it's the third onto Zek up in Palace on the balcony. Drone trades, though, so that's the op out of commission. Seraphic falls on stairs. He still has Gola inside of the bomb site. I don't think he intended to get that second one, but worked out just fine. So 2 on 3. Red Start taking a lot of damage. Looks like it might just be up to Imsta.
Indeed it is. Imsta gets the first one. That's Gola down. Aladdin comes through with the trade. David would have secured it if Aladdin couldn't. And Nexus. It's like they've always been... It's always been Tectonic playing catch-up. Yeah, no, this is exactly the scenario. As gonna lose that first round. Yeah, Goal was like, what? Did that just happen? And indeed it did. He just fired through a smoke and killed 2. It's pretty fortunate. Looks like Tectonic not interested in talking about it as we move on forward here. Tectonic still with Zek on that AWP. Where are they going to go this round? As they've got Red Start again.
their critical A Palace player. He was in A Palace for the majority of the T-side rounds for Tectonic, but the rest of Tectonic working towards middle.
Nexus will be contesting. Odaris finding another hole in that smoke. Receives just a tap. That's a big frag, though. Imsta finding Seraphic, attempting to peek tunnels. Now Odaris smoked off. So where is Tectonic going to go? I love that they have a player on each wing. They have a lot of options at this point. They just got to find their way around this deadly op.
Oh, Odaris, I think drone's peeking up on Catwalk. He may have spotted him. Gola takes down Imsta. Odaris looking for an insane flick shot. If he landed that, that would have been madness, but drone drops him to 22 hit points. And there's two very, very weak players on the map currently. If they can isolate him, well, Odaris takes down drone, so that's not going to happen. Zek now kind of stuck in connectors. David's keeping him pinned. Nice nade from David. Drops Zek. But Red Start, he pops out of A Palace again. Place he loves to hide around in. And now the T side coming alive.
Aladdin just about to get flanked by a Red Start. No, he doesn't peek fully. Aladdin so close to death, but had no idea. Now he's going to get his chance to get the bomb as he crosses, but he doesn't want to give away his position. Now he's running through the smoke, finds the planter. Steno goes down, Red Start. This is huge. Needs this one. Going to try to plant, attempt to plant, that is, but both players know exactly where each other are. Just trying to bait each other out of position, looking for the headshot as Red Start. Aladdin, neither player can connect at this point. Chad, help me.
What is happening? Red Start finally committing to the bomb plant because he has to. Aladdin holding the tight angle, but Red Start peeks out and will deal the damage. Holy spray, though. Both of them just taking an extended duel, no one dying. Finally, a plant comes into the frag as well, but that was an extended fight.
Right. War of attrition. That's what that was. And they both just stayed in the pocket spamming at each other. Oh boy. Top tier. Right here. Shots fired at my teammate. Anyways, all tied up. And again, some more Palace aggression. This time it's not Zek. This time it's Odaris hits Red Start right away. Red Start just gives him a hip, and it's blasted away by Odaris. But mid control again for Tectonic. This time, no other prong to attack from them.
And Aladdin peeks up on Catwalk. He falls, so very quickly that advantage is lost. And a free passageway into the B bomb site if they want it. Gola is lurking in the back of it, but he goes down to Zek. Massive opening here in B.
Yeah, this is huge. Nexus trying to get back into the site. Wow, Darius is fast. But Zek finds the trade immediately. And David, the last defense here at the B bomb site, spotted out by Zek. Gonna try to book it towards A quickly. Or just hang out at B. Yeah, it should be pretty clear that they're not going B at this point. But bomb planted A.
So, here we go. Going to be heading on over to the A bombs. That's a head that is not finding Zek towards connector, and that's going to be that. So, Tectonic going to be finishing off that first half of second OT in the lead. And I think they're going to be feeling pretty confident here.
Yeah, we need Nexus's stars to shine. Gola and Odaris at this point. It's looking like Tectonic will be able to close this one out. And for Nexus, I don't want to say a lot of the gun rounds in overtime have been fluky, but there's been some mistakes from the Tectonic side. And I'm wondering, how aggressive does Tectonic go at middle? Because it's been pretty back and forth. So does Tectonic forfeit that mid in exchange for not losing anybody right away? I'm not sure. I think Tectonic will still go for the mid play, but I'm not sure if they have to.
We'll find out in just a moment here as we're going live into the second half of our second overtime. Again, this is map number 1 if you're just joining us. Tectonic's map choice as well, so massive if Nexus can take it, but looking like the opposite might occur here and now. As you can see, Zek with that AWP. Looks like Steno's going to hop towards underpass. So risky play. We'll see if he can capitalize on something.
Yeah, last time Nexus went for this, it was Zek who pushed up into the palace and dropped the bomb immediately. This time,
that's a great point.
No Zek. So it's not. I'm sure Nexus have used this in regulation. I don't know why my memory is so atrocious. I can't remember if they have, but again, last time they attempted it, it was thwarted by an op push. So now we're going to see how this actually pans out. As long as Imsta doesn't rotate, and as long as he keeps his eyes on Palace, Tectonic should be fine.
And so David going to apply some presence towards B. He's made it out towards Van. And Red Start did spot him. He actually lurks through that smoke. Drone is completely fooled. He has no idea, but he made no noise. He showed himself, but there's still every CT over at the opposite bomb site. Finally, David takes down Drone, but at what cost? He's got Seraphic with the bomb, lurking inside of the smoke.
Damn, Seraphic versus Ladder. That took him a while. Or maybe it was some next level jukes that I wasn't aware of, the ladder jukes. But David, 1 on 4, can't get the first.
So it's going to be that, as Tectonic now 1 away from closing out map number 1 here. And Nexus kind of getting picked apart there in the end. Again, as soon as Steno takes down Oderis, they seem to kind of fall out of their plan of action, only leaving David. David didn't honestly really do anything other than run around the bomb site. And that was basically the round.
Yep. Looks like my 500 will be secure.
6 frags away.
6 frags. Impossible. Red start pushing up towards the catwalk. Actually, numerous players peeking middle for Tectonic. This got them in trouble and also won them a few rounds before. They're going to make a quick move, Nexus, into the B bomb site. Red Start arrives with the smoke. I don't think they know that they could have beaten Red Start into the bomb site, but pushing up into the stairs, Steno can't find the kill, and that's massive for Nexus.
Yeah, that is absolutely massive, as now 3 on 4. David still towards A. He's waiting for an A player to show up. Spots out Imsta. There's a lot of damage to him as well, but head on back towards the team. He's taking a little bit of damage as well, but advantage to the T side. Red Start is going to have to come... Oh, they might actually decide to reroute, and indeed that's the case. And as we can see, they're heading to the more defended bomb site.
Man, Google Maps is messing up on this one. A lot of rerouting here from Nexus. Zek is in position, catches Gola walking up with the bomb. That guarantees what Nexus is attempting to do. Zek showing up at the right time. That's 3 for him. And now David, last one, fodder for Zek, but it's Red Start who ends it. Nice showing by Nexus, though.
Oh my, Zach. That was a hell of a highlight reel. Just coming alive at top connector. And yeah, just showing us what he has in the form of his AWP. So anyhow, good news for you anyhow. David didn't make it to 25 frags.
He's got one more chance.
Oh, right. Good point. I didn't realize it was, I wasn't sure if it was first map or not. But anyhow, we are going to be moving into Dust 2. That is Nexus's map choice. So don't go too far, guys. We'll be back in just a few.